For decades, PR has been about shaping the narrative. And PR is still essential. I want to be clear about that. But the narrative doesn't just live in press coverage anymore. It lives on page one of Google. It lives in what ChatGPT says when someone asks about your client. It lives in search results that your clients may never even see, but their audiences absolutely do. I've been doing this for over 2 decades, helping businesses and public figures take control of what shows up when someone searches their name. And the single biggest blind spot I see in the industry, the gap between great PR and actual online visibility. If PR creates the story, reputation management decides whether anyone actually sees it. So what's the difference between PR and online reputation management? Let's draw a clear line here, because PR and online reputation management are not the same thing. And I say this with a deep respect for PR. The best PR firms I work with are exceptional at what they do. But what they do and what we do are fundamentally different disciplines. Think of it this way. PR is about earning attention, placements, relationships, messaging, building credibility through media coverage and events. That's the craft, and it's irreplaceable. Online reputation management is about what happens after the attention fades. What ranks on page one of Google? What gets suppressed or promoted in search? How algorithms interpret trust, and how narratives persist or disappear long after the news cycle ends. PR shapes perception. ORM governs whether that perception actually shows up when someone searches your client's name. Now here's the problem most PR agencies are running into, even the best ones. You secure a great placement, let's say Forbes, Bloomberg, a top industry publication. The coverage runs, the client is thrilled, but a few weeks later, you Google the client's name, and that Forbes piece is sitting on page 3. The negative article from 2 years ago, still at position 2. And when someone asks ChatGPT about your client, the AI doesn't even reference the new coverage. It's pulling from whatever has the strongest digital signals, not whatever was published most recently. The PR worked, but the internet didn't reflect it. Earned media that doesn't rank is invisible. This is where PR and online reputation management should complement each other, not compete. And if this is hitting close to home, if you've had that moment where a great placement just didn't move the needle on search, that's exactly what we solve at Reputation Pros. Go to reputationpros.com, book a call with me, and I'll show you exactly what's happening on your client's search results and what it would take to fix it. Links below. So how does ORM actually amplify your PR work? Let me walk you through how we think about this. At Reputation Pros, we use what we call the VIP content framework. Your PR placements, that Forbes feature, that podcast appearance, that keynote coverage, that's your VIP content. That's layer 1. They're the assets that should be ranking on page 1, telling your client's story the way you want it told. But without layer 2, the engine, those assets often can't compete. The engine is the supporting content and signal architecture that tells Google those PR placements are authoritative and should outrank everything else. We're talking about hundreds of supporting pages, internal links, and external authority signals, all pointing back to the content you worked so hard to earn. And the result is straightforward. Your earned media ranks higher on page 1 of search engines. Then, harmful or outdated results get pushed down, not by deleting them, but by building content that's so authoritative it simply outranks them for good. And everything stays consistent across search, reviews, and AI summaries. At Reputation Pros, we work hard behind the scenes as a white label reputation partner for PR firms. We do the work, you keep the credit. Your client never knows we exist. To them, it's your team delivering results across search, AI, and digital presence. Most PR agencies don't have in-house SEO or ORM teams, and they shouldn't have to. This isn't a gap in your capabilities, it's a different discipline entirely. We bring entity SEO, schema markup, knowledge panel optimization, and AI signal engagement. You bring strategy, storytelling, and relationships. Together, the client gets something neither of us could deliver alone. The best PR firms don't try to do online reputation management themselves. They partner with experts who can. Now, here's the part that should genuinely concern every PR professional watching this. And it's not a thing of the future, it's already here. AI has changed how reputations are summarized. Large AI language models don't read press releases in context. They summarize what they see most often and most prominently online. So when someone asks ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Google's AI overview about your client, it doesn't pull them from the most recent press release. It pulls from whatever has the strongest digital signals. It If negative or outdated content dominates, the AI reinforces it. If your earned media isn't optimized for search, the AI may ignore it entirely. If there's no ORM strategy in place, your PR work loses control at the summary level, which is exactly where more and more people are forming their first impressions. AI doesn't reward good PR. It rewards dominant search signals. This is why ORM is now essential for 3 things PR can't do alone. First, monitoring what AI systems are saying about your clients in real time. Second, maintaining narrative control at the search level, not just the media level. And third, preventing what I call quiet reputational drift, where a client's search presence slowly degrades without anyone noticing until it's a full-blown crisis. Our monitoring tools alert agencies to risks and AI summary shifts before they become headlines. We've caught shifts for clients that no media monitoring tool would have flagged because they weren't happening in the news. They were happening in what Google's AI was choosing to say. There's one more thing I want PR professionals to understand, because this is where the game is heading. Google and AI systems are no longer just indexing web pages. They're building profiles, entities of real people and organizations. They connect your client's name across every platform, verify identity through structured data, and build what amounts to a digital dossier. At Reputation Pros, we build what we call an entity hub for every client. It's a connected ecosystem of verified, authoritative information that both search engines and the AI systems recognize as the definitive source of who they are. Schema markup, knowledge panel optimization, cross-platform consistency, image SEO. This is the technical infrastructure that makes everything else work. For PR agencies, this means your placements get recognized by the systems that matter most. And that's the difference between coverage that counts and coverage that disappears. Now, let me tell you what happens when PR agencies bring ORM into their offering, because I've seen this play out dozens of times. Campaign results last longer because earned media actually sticks in search instead of fading after the news cycle. Client trust goes up because they can see the results where they actually look. Page 1 of Google, not a clippings report. Retainers get stickier because you're delivering ongoing, measurable value, not just episodic coverage. Crisis response becomes proactive instead of reactive, and your reporting gets clear because search engines and AI visibility are objective, defensible metrics. But the biggest one, clients stop asking the question. You know the one. Why am I paying for PR if I can't see when I Google my name? That question goes away. So to bring it all together, PR shapes stories. Online reputation management ensures those stories define the digital record. And in the age of AI, if you're not managing the signals, someone else's algorithm is. If you're a PR firm looking to protect your clients' reputations beyond the news cycle and make sure your hard-earned coverage actually shows up where it matters, partnering with the reputation management team isn't optional anymore. It's the missing layer between great PR and lasting trust. If you want to see what this looks like for your agency, go to reputationpros.com and book a call with me. I'll walk you through how our white label program works, what the results look like, and whether it's a fit. Everything you need is in the description below.